ballroom was dripping in old money elegance. Crystal chandeliers shimmered overhead, tuxedos and gowns filled the room, and every handshake carried the quiet weight of power. This was the kind of charity gala where deals were whispered over champagne and fortunes changed between courses. And standing near the edge of the room, taking a phone call that would define his company's future, was Marcus Reed. Marcus wasn't just another guest. He was the CEO of a fast-rising tech infrastructure firm that had quietly become essential to global finance. Calm, disciplined, self-made. Tonight, he was here to finalize a partnership rumored to be worth over $1 billion, the kind of deal that didn't make headlines until it was already done. Across the room stood Evelyn Whitmore, the billionaire's wife. Born into privilege, married into more, she wore confidence like a crown. To her, this gala wasn't business. It was theater. And Marcus, standing alone, on the phone, not circulating the room the way she expected, caught her attention. She leaned toward her circle of friends, smirked, and said something that made them laugh. Marcus noticed the glances, but stayed focused on his call. He'd dealt with rooms like this before. What he didn't expect was what came next. As he turned slightly, Evelyn stepped forward, wine glass in hand. Her heel caught the edge of a rug, or maybe it didn't. Red wine splashed across Marcus's white shirt and jacket. The room froze. A sharp intake of breath rippled through nearby guests. Evelyn gasped, but there was no real apology in her eyes. Just irritation. Then she laughed it off and said loud enough for several people to hear, "Oh, please, relax. It's just a suit." Marcus looked down at the stain, then back up at her. Calm, controlled. He said nothing. But Evelyn wasn't done. Embarrassed that the attention wasn't turning into sympathy for her, she rolled her eyes and muttered, "These people always make such a big deal out of nothing." That's when the air changed. A few guests shifted uncomfortably. A man near the back stopped smiling. Someone else lowered their phone. Because standing just behind Evelyn was her father-in-law, Richard Whitmore, founder of the Whitmore Group. Old-school billionaire, ruthless reputation. And very particular about one thing, respect. He had seen everything. Richard stepped forward slowly, his voice calm but cutting through the noise like a knife. "Evelyn," he said, "do you know who that is?" She shrugged. "Some executive. He'll be fine." Richard turned to Marcus. "Mr. Reed," he said, extending his hand, "I'm terribly sorry." Now the whispers started. People connected the dots. This wasn't just some executive said. This was the man Whitmore Group had been negotiating with for months, the backbone of their next global expansion, the billion-dollar deal everyone in the room pretended not to know about. Marcus shook Richard's hand, still composed. "Accidents happen," he said. "Disrespect doesn't have to. Silence." Richard turned back to Evelyn, his expression unrateable. "You're going home. Now." Her smile vanished. "You're kidding." "I'm not," he said. "And tomorrow you'll apologize publicly." She scoffed and stormed off, humiliated, unaware that the damage was already done. Marcus excused himself, changed jackets, and returned to the event like nothing had happened. But behind closed doors, meetings were happening fast. Richard pulled his executive team aside. Lawyers were called, numbers re-examined. Later that night, Marcus received a call. Not from Richard, but from his own board. After what happened, Marcus had made a decision. Not emotional, strategic. He'd spent his entire career navigating spaces where respect was conditional. He wasn't desperate for money. He was careful about partners. By morning, the news was internal but explosive. Marcus Reed's company was withdrawing from negotiations with the Whitmore Group, effective immediately. $1 billion deal. Gone. Richard called Marcus personally. No anger, just quiet resignation. "I understand," he said. Marcus replied, "This wasn't about the wine." The fallout was swift. Investors panicked. Competitors circled, and within weeks another firm stepped in, signing a deal with Marcus on even better terms. As for Evelyn, the story leaked. Not the gossip version. The real one. The apology tour didn't land. Society friends distanced themselves. And for the first time, she learned what it felt like to be on the outside of power looking in. Marcus never spoke publicly about the incident. He didn't need to. His success did the talking, because sometimes the most expensive mistake isn't a bad investment. It's showing someone exactly who you are in a room full of people who matter.